Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you had a great Monday. We didn't get to meet, but I missed you guys, and I hope you missed me too. But we're here today. We're here for a spot of stitching together, and I hope you're ready. So, as you can see, today I'm back to this beautiful piece. Okay, this is mysterious and exciting and unpredictable. This piece, a GeckoRouge. Well, I refer to the project as GeckoRouge because I only have one project from GeckoRouge. This is actually a piece of artwork from Collin Thompson. He's quite known in the puzzle, jigsaw puzzle world as well, and I think Amy Stewart as well. And this piece is called Craft Cupboard. It's quite a generic name, but it's full of everything. And if you don't believe me, let me show you the markup here. You've never seen this one before, and you probably know, you can understand why I'm so fascinated by this piece. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look. What do you say, guys? And I know quite a few of you are very familiar with this piece by now, and it's a journey. It's not just a project, it's a journey. And I have the feeling that this project is going to follow me till the end of the earth. And just like Maggie, Maggie, I'm stitching the third time, in the past 10 years. And this piece is going to follow me for the time to come. And yes, this piece is kind of mind-bending. And when I first saw it at GeckoRouge, their website. If you're not familiar with GeckoRouge, we can talk a little bit more about it later on. But it's a company, it's a UK-based company. They're specialized in kits, cross-stitching kits. They put it together. It's kind of bespoke, and you pick the pattern and they kit it up for you. Okay, so this piece, when I saw it for the first time, I was kind of struggling with this one, and there's one more piece from Collin Thompson. It's a kitchen-themed shelf cupboard piece as well. And I was kind of milling over which one to go for, and this one won me over. It's just got so much going on. I've had this project. It was over 3 years ago when I got this pattern, and I'm still mystified at what I'm looking at from time to time. In fact, more than time to time, from time to time, is very frequently. Every single session I'm stitching this piece, I'm discovering something new. This is one of those magical, mystical patterns that's going to hold me for the rest of my life, I think. So in terms of progress, 3 years, over 3 years by now, but this is actually the second start. This is a restart. Hopefully, I'm not having the third one, okay? 2 times lucky, I hope. The previous piece, there's some glitches I discovered on the chart, so I had to restart. It's kind of a slightly long story. The regulars will know, and there's a stream actually capture the story, and you can go have a look. Okay, just look up GeckoRouge, and all the drama is documented there. So I want to show you my progress with this piece. So I restarted, shall I say, this piece. I cannot remember when, but it was sometime, the end of last year sometime, and when the whole thing kicked off. And so I restarted. I decided to stitch on a different fabric count, and also, different location as well. So let me zoom out a little bit. So this is a massive piece, okay, really large. Let me just show you the stitch count. There you go. It's 1,114 cross and 815 downwards. So it's larger than a typical supersize from GeckoRouge, if you're familiar with GeckoRouge. And so it's a large piece. And as I zoomed out here, you probably notice all the stitches are at the bottom here. And indeed, I started from the center bottom here, okay? It's right here that I started. The first time I started this piece, I did the upper right start, and I just could not bring myself back to do it all over again. So I decided to start from a different location, and all of this was captured live. I did it in front of you, with you, okay? So you've been following me on this journey, and this is where I am right now. And I know we have a little bit of a drama on the left here, okay? 2,000, froggable stitches, whatever. But, put that aside, I think this piece is going quite well. Other than the 2,000 stitches I have to frog sometime in the future, okay? And it's going great, I think. And last session, we came back after a little while, okay? Let me just come back here. And, I decided to kind of having slightly different direction and strategy here. So I'll explain to you what's happening here. It looks slightly different from the last time you saw it, okay? But of course, I want to say hello to you. Hello. Hello, lovely stitchers. Thank you for joining me today. And we've got Rajao here. Happy Stitching Tuesday. Happy Stitching Tuesday to you, Rajao. As always great to see you. And Sarah, yes, our Sarah, the captain, alien captain, rather, is bringing us, I love another beautiful quote. Let's have a look. Life is too short to worry about matching socks. Yes, no wiser words have been spoken. Sarah, who cares about not matching socks? Yes, if it's up to me, I wear, in fact, can I share with you something? Guys, as a yoga teacher, I almost do not wear socks. I rarely wear socks, okay? So I push the philosophy even further. Life is too short to wear socks, okay? Dun, already. Yogi is cracking, providing the wisest word ever on floss tube. Yes, life is too short to wear socks. I don't like socks, to be honest. I like knitting socks from time to time. My relationship with socks is love and hate. But as a yoga teacher, most of the times I run around. I teach barefoot. I'm barefoot all day long. So normally I just pop on a pair of trainers and no socks. Okay, I love my feet free. Setting your feet free. Okay, guys. Yes. Okay. Little detour there, and we have Linda. Linda Man Diamonds as well says hi everyone. Sarah, I love it. Thank you. So Linda, it resonates with Linda. How about my quote? Life is too short for socks. Anybody? If you like that, thumbs up, and. And sound stitching as well. Hello. And Battany is also here. We also have Lizzie here. Well, great to see you, Lizzie. And Daria as well. And who else have we got? Michelle. Michelle is reporting from work club as usual, and we keep you company, hopefully entertained as well. And Dragon Lady is here. Hello, Grace Spirit, Dragon Lady. And Suzanne is also here. And Busy Mom is reporting from work club as well. We salute to all the members, all the stitchers reporting from the work club. Okay, we're here frolicking, joking around, and you guys have to do the grown-up stuff and work, and Amanda, I did my grown-up stuff earlier in the day. Okay, I did my bit. Now it's time to play for me. And Amanda is here as well. And who else have we got? Susan. Hello, Susan. Lovely Susan here. And Walk Away Rainy as well. Oh, Rose likes the barefoot. My barefoot quote. No competition, Sarah. I think mine is better. Okay, and Amanda as well. And Walk Away Renee is here. And who else have we got? And Cherry Bombs, hello. Just had a birthday very recently. And Lefty Gemini as well. And Chelsea Summers, great to see you. And Betty Hankins, great to see you as well. And Gayla, hopefully today, every day, you're getting stronger and can stitch more as you go. And Elaine is here. So Elaine Baker from Oregon. Already we have new friends. Have we got new friends? Elaine, we had another Elaine the other day. I'm not sure it's the same one. If you're back with us, welcome back. Otherwise, hello and salutation. And who else have we got? Rose, of course, Rose is agreeing with me. Of course, it's the best quote ever. And Denise as well, hello. And who else have we got? Well, guys, welcome, okay? A great start already. So this piece, as I said, this is a restart. And the first time when I got the kit from GeckoRouge, I was stitching on 25 counts. It was, in my very earlier days, in terms of stitching 25 counts, and I had a great time. But for the restart, I wanted to change things up. Other than the fact that I changed the location that I started, I also changed the fabric count as well. So this time around, I'm stitching on 28 counts. 28 counts. I love it. I'm relatively new for 28, okay? I only had my first 28 count project sometime the end of last year as well, but it's gone surprisingly well. I really enjoy it. And so last session, probably over a week ago, when we came back to this project after a little bit of hibernation with this piece, I had to take a little break and figure out where to go with this piece. So when we came back over a week ago, I decided to move to the right instead, because up to this point I started from the center somewhere here, and then I've been moving to the left and disaster struck, okay? And then so my strategy is to put it aside as if it never happened and just continue on to the right side here. So last time I stitched this a little bit here. I don't know whether you remember. This is part of the scissors, okay? Do not worry, I'll show you the marker. So and then the other day when we had that internet problem and I couldn't stitch here, I did a little bit of this pair of scissors here, this giant pair of scissors at the bottom. And I wanted to move towards this beautiful, this really adorable looking, I don't know, it's some woolly mitt here, only one glove, one mitt. I don't know what happened to the other one. Okay, maybe it's somewhere on the pattern. I don't know. But I've been, drawn to this little mitt for when I looked at this area. So, you know what I did? I did a little bit of traveling, guys. Can you see that? Very cunning. I know. And this is normally how I get into trouble, okay? I travel this way and at some point I counted wrong. But I couldn't help it. I just said, well, if I'm going to be wrong, let it be even more wrong. So far it seems to be okay. So I rage stitch a little bit because the internet was playing up. So I got to this bit. Can you see that? It's a little bit of this mitt happening. I think this is the base of that, that little glove there, and going up, this is going to be really interesting. So this is where I am today. And so today my plan is to kind of follow this, this line there, and maybe move up a little bit, see how it goes. I'm not going to be too greedy, okay? I want to, have a solid foundation. And also this area is quite interesting to stitch in terms of color scheme. So I'm going to stay here today a little bit and see how it goes. I'm free to travel anywhere. Okay, I've decided, if I want to go to a different location, I will. But these colors are fascinating, really, really fun to stitch. And also there's a giant pair of scissors waiting for me here. So this is my plan today. Basically, freestyling all the way, irresponsibly, okay? This is what I'm doing today. What are you doing then? Let me know what you're doing today and what you're stitching. I know that quite a lot of you, last session we looked at so many beautiful projects from the regulars and also a lot of new friends. And I'm looking forward to hear about what you're stitching today. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. I think I'm going to start with the foundation with some good old fashioned 310. So it's been a little bit of tradition with this piece, with a restart. I'll come back. I'll come to the 310 and stitch a little bit at a time, divide and conquer. Because if I stitch a lot of 310, I get bored as well. So I'm going to start with 310 as a warm up, and then I'm going to travel. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm so ready. Let me just pick my color. 16. Okay, so GeckoRouge has got their own thread number system, but I'm pretty sure 16 is our 310. Okay, dun dun dun, come join me. And already a spooky bingo everywhere, I can see. I'll do it for you. Normally, if I shout out 310, that's spooky bingo everywhere. Let's have a look. A toasty cat A38 and says hello Yogi in the chat, hope you're well. I'm currently stitching catnap. Oh, wonderful, that's so adorable. Let me just start with my 310 here. Okay, nice and easy. I'm gonna warm up, and warm up is important. If you dive straight in, sometimes you have to dive straight into sort of a trickier area, then that happens as well. But otherwise, if you get a chance, when you start a session, do a little bit of stretching, do a little bit of warm up, you know, like these ones. And these ones, basically, look at my pattern here. There's a whole patch of it, acres of 310. So I kind of don't have to think too much. And I get to chat with you as well. Rose says, mismatch socks make my life right now. Yes, and Lizzie says, I only wear socks if my feet are too cold, and then if I have to go out, especially in winter. I don't wear socks in the winter, because normally it's a short journey. Normally short journeys when I from home to work, and as soon as I get to the studio, I take my shoes off. I work barefoot, and I'm barefoot all day long, and I'm barefoot at home. So I'm not the greatest fan of, well, I don't mind wearing shoes, okay? The society is still, frowning upon people who are barefoot on the street. So I try to be accommodating. But otherwise, I'll probably walk around barefoot as well. But I try to get away with no socks. I know. But I don't keep my shoes on for a long time. So, it's not a problem. It's not a problem with no socks. So I'm a no sock person, now you know. And Dragon Lady says socks with at least 75 wool and mixed with nylon for strands. Okay, so that's the socks of your choice, is it? Yes, Walk Away says, I've been knitting some socks with bamboo yarn. Lately, really? Bamboo yarn? Is it really stiff? I've never heard of bamboo yarn. Or maybe using the fiber of bamboo leaves. I can imagine that's probably quite strong and turn into yarn. I've never seen those. And Clara, great to see you. Susan's working on 9 p.m. by Carla Gerard. One of my favorite artists now. Rose says, I keep getting the buffer icon. It looks fine on my end. The connection is good. So try to refresh if that's happening. It could be various reasons. It seems to be okay on my end. But sometimes it could be your connection as well, or maybe YouTube. So if you refresh, hopefully it's gonna fix it. Susan is 310. Yes, Spooky Bingo, the first one goes to Susan. Because Susan is cheating. Susan is always stitching something that's all black. So it's a, automatic Spooky Bingo, 310. Sarah is working on Monarch, stitching block by block today, determined about starting a new one though. Yeah, Sarah, how are you doing with that piece? Because you're aiming to have it finished. I think it May, right? Or something like that. And I bet you're itching to start a new one. And you should celebrate your finish by starting a brand new project, for sure. It's not like, you need excuses anyway, but let me just count my row here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's fine. Amanda is doing floss organization today and reorganizing the library. Oh, the library, like actual library, not the, library as in the pattern, because there's a pattern called Grand Library or something like that. So actual library, how civilized. You have a library at home. And Suzanne is no luck with 310 Spooky Bingo. There's no black in the project. Floss, hello. Floss Haven says, hello everyone working on Sao. I joined half asleep. Yes, of course, that one. It's not you, it's them. Yes. There's a symptom, there's a saying that the stitchers sometimes suffer. They just do either buying new patterns accidentally while they're asleep, or joining all sorts of stitching activities like saws without knowing. So when you wake up, you go, oh, am I part of this mystery saw that requires me to, stitch for the next 6 months? It's not you, Floss. It happens. It happens to. It's a phenomenon that's known to the stitchers. Suzanne, which pattern you've got 828 stitches left? Is it a finish we're looking at? Or or maybe you're referring to Sarah's piece. I don't know. Sorry, I probably missed a few comments. Right, it's a small one called Sakura, my oldest project right now. How nice. Sometimes you have a project that's kind of sitting there for a long time, but when you look at it, maybe you don't touch it for a little while. When you look at it, you're kind of surprised how close you are to finishing. Not that I ever experienced that, okay? And normally I remember it wrong. I have false memory of being more advanced than I really am. So with Maggie, for instance, for some reason, in my mind, I thought my new start was close to like 80% or even 90%. They're part of the patterns that I remember stitching. That never happened. So the other day when I figured out which piece was actually my new start, because I actually found the first start, second start of the Maggie's, the Maggie's Messmaker piece. And I realized my first start, in my memory, I thought I did a lot more. I don't know how that happened. But when I looked at the piece, I think I'm at best 60%. And there's some back stitching that I thought I did. I never did. So, false memory. Hi, Scantist. Hello. Did you change your name to make it easier to read? How nice. Yes, I can read this one. I remember it was Scantist and then a little bit at the end, which I couldn't manage. Chelsea says, you know what confuses me? Sleeping socks. What's sleeping socks? You need to explain. Is that some sort of strange paranormal situation with socks, involves socks? And Chiviz says hello from work, and we salute to you. Chiviz reporting from work club. Lefty says the same, no socks or mismatched socks yet. Yes, the great thing about no socks is you don't have to worry about mismatching. I mean, the only occasion I wear socks is if I go to some fitness classes. For instance, if I go to classes that it's required to wear proper trainers and etc., then I do have sport socks. But that's just for the purpose of the classes. The day-to-day, I don't wear them. Amanda says bamboo yarn is very soft. It's a viscose, which is a type of rayon. I see that terminology a lot. I just don't know what it is because I've been stitching a lot, but I'm not stitching, knitting. I'm one of the knitters that if it works, I kind of, I'm not a researcher for things, you know what I mean? So a lot of terminology, like double this, triple that, I kind of roughly have some idea, but I never go sort of deep diving. So in terms of yarn types, I'm very, very ignorant. Sarah says, I'm at 91.77 and hope to finish in August. Oh, right, summer finish. I reckon Sarah can probably finish before that because we're still in April. And that's 9%, less than 9% left. It really depends on how much time you spend on it. If you have, a few other projects that get your attention, then perhaps it will take a little bit longer, but that's very exciting. Okay, I'm going to stitch until I run out of this strand. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm just counting 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this one is actually done. Hi, Alison. Alison Rennie says, evening, everyone. Still working on the garden shed. Do not know how we can all work on max colors. Me either. I just do it. Yes, to be honest, with heaven and earth patterns, I don't think you need to have max colors for it to be beautiful. There might be subtle differences in terms of depth of the colors, but regular colors just equally beautiful. Busy Mom says, if I was at home stitching right now, I would have a spooky bingo because I'm working on Santa workshop by Thomas Kincaid and currently Busy Mom is in a 310 zone. Yes, I think it counts. It counts. It's like 310 spooky bingo in spirit. Because, in a parallel universe, Busy Mom is probably stitching at home. You know what I mean? Because there are different versions of the universe. And one of the versions, Busy Mom is stitching here with us. And she's stitching with the piece. That has a lot of 310 right now. So it counts. It's Cosmo Spooky Bingo. Through the magic of the parallel universe. Brittany Ferguson says almost 2,000 stitches into Grand Library. Oh, there you go. So that's the piece I was referring to, Grand Library. 2,000. Amazing. That's 20 blocks. No? Something like that. Michelle says, I got 10,000 plus stitches in traveling library this weekend. 1,000. All right, sorry. One extra digit, but still impressive, Michelle. Okay? 1,000 stitches in traveling library this weekend. I made it all the way across the top. Oh, have you really? Like fully covered for the first row? That's very impressive. That's the case. It feels good, isn't it? When you First of all, if the top border or side border is fully stitched, and also if you can go across the full width, which I haven't done yet, but it's got to feel good. It's got to feel good. Chelsea Summer says buying patterns and stitch are two different hobbies. Well, I don't really collect patterns. In fact, even with free patterns, I wouldn't download it if I have no intention of stitching it. So I do not collect them. All the patterns I've got, at some point, I am going to stitch them. Clara says, I wear socks when I go to bed. My feet are always cold. Oh, yeah, for some people, they have cold feet, don't they? And cold hands. Yes, then you probably need nice sort of, warm socks to keep you warm. That I understand. Oh, Scan, how nice. Thank you so much. What a kind spirit. Scan has simplified her name so I can read it. Scan is probably just, fed up with Yogi just butchering her name left, right, and center. I know. And this is how I apply gentle pressure on stitchers to change their name if it's really hard to read. It's working. It's working. Let me just... Yes, it's a lot easier. A lot easier. Let me just adjust my hoop here. Oh, Walkaway is wearing socks all the time as well. But that's a little bit different. If you have cold feet, yes, it becomes a necessity and it's comforting to wear warm socks, isn't it? But sometimes when you go out, you feel like you have to wear it because it's somehow expected. You're supposed to put socks in the shoes. But luckily, in fitness, kind of, it's strange calling yoga a fitness, part of fitness industry. It kind of is. And in the fitness industry, it's not unusual for people not wear socks. Because, I think a lot of fitness instructors, they're just not really kind of a sock people. Mandy, hello. Mandy Moran is here. Chelsea meant sleeping in socks, so not sort of paranormal, situation where socks just fall asleep by themselves. The 310 stitching is very, very relaxing, and also because I have done, quite a lot of the outlines here already, so it's very hard to stitch in the wrong place. So it's very relaxing. I just row by row keep going. I'm gonna do it until this strand is finished. And it's weird. It's almost like this pattern's like a world map or something. Oh, I've got a yellow warning here. Let me see if I can make some adjustments. I hope my internet is not gonna play up today, because I checked just before the stream. It says it's all good. I hope it's not lying to me, okay? And if it's buffering, just give it a little refresh and see if that helps. I just made a little bit of adjustments there. Floss Haven says, I recently started a wrong one. Started butterfly ball, but I think I wanted grand butterfly ball. Is that different? Is that a different pattern? How can you start a wrong one? Did you not look at the mock-up? Are they two different pieces? Yes, I'm aware there is a butterfly ball or something like that with Amy Stewart. It's not the wrong one. Alice as well. Alice says, I think socks are my own personal enemy. I really dislike the feeling of them. Yeah, same here. I don't know. I think socks just feel like they're a little bit like extra bits that don't belong to my body. Oh, Clara says your voice has been in and out. Yeah, hopefully it's gonna settle a little bit. Let me just make one more adjustment, because I'm getting some sort of weird warning there as well. Let me see if I can dial it down even more, because sometimes it's the bit rate. So let's try that. Hello, Laura. Great to see you. Walkaway says, I'm stitching my artisy. All that was left to love project. I reached 30%. Wow. I don't think I have any project that is 30. I may have one that's close to 20. I'm trying to think, is my little cake shop close to 20? I cannot remember. I think my little cake shop, in terms of percentage, it's the most advanced one, which is a shocker, because little cake shop is probably the most confetti piece I have. Let me see if I can get to